Peter walking through the streets, thinking about moping the Glory Club. He needs some reinforcements and he has one person in mind, remembering her with a dog with sharp teeth. Thinks she is a bit weird. Coming close to a men's bathrooms, he opened the door, heavy and suffocating. How is the number of people always increasing? As he passes through the sleeping men one by one, his gaze swept across the grimy wall, plastered with faded advertisements, his fingers tracing the peeling edges of a flyer. It was between the organ trafficking and a steamy night. His hand paused. Here it is, now bathed in the stark light of a doorway, standing at the top of a dark, spiraling staircase, a place he shouldn't be. He was amazed to see a well-furnished room with antiques. The room was slathered in money, with the most expensive stuff, and a bar with all exquisite wines. Suddenly a stale with pointed end comes close to his neck. He questions her about the things in this basement, are no use to them, as she was blind, and a German shepherd barking at him. She replies with a threat, to get rid of a corpse for the first time in a long time. As she is blind, she uses her smell to recognize him. She realizes that he is young, and not a beggar, and also not a petty thief. He is excluding some killing intent. With a swing of the stale asks him, "Did the glory send you?" The fight begins, while Peter only dodges her attack, and she attacks with full force. Now Peter stumbles upon a wall, as she compliments him for dodging all her attacks. She ready to throw her stale with a warning. Careful, hitting the wallpaper as Peter dodges again. Peter looking at her attack, thinks, is she really blind? While she lunges at him to attack says, "Never seen a blind person like me?" Her face a mask of surprise and confusion, as now Peter caught her in mid-attack in air, and slams her onto the cushion with huge impact. She laying on the cushion. "Tio, think there'd be a guy of your caliber at the glory of today." She adds, "Killing a disabled person feels dirty, doesn't it? But what can you do? Our work only ends when we kill a person." Suddenly calling the name Alexander Macking, we then witnessed a snarling dog lunging with the command, "Bite." Finally, a character expressed utter shock as she could not believe what was happening. Macking? As Peter now petting the dog and the woman on the couch, hinting at a deeper, more intertwined connection. Ray. The word formed in her mind. Rejuvenation. Fingers pulling at his smooth, unlined skin, a desperate attempt to confirm the impossible. A gasp escaping her lips. "Your skin's so soft. Even your old man smell is completely gone." Evelyn, lost in the miraculous transformation, rose from the couch, arms thrown wide. "Did you die like this? Hurry, tell me, so I can try it too." Peter hitting her in the head, calming her down a little. Her now asking how is he going to go to glory by himself. He began, his single word hanging heavy. Get in using the eye of the storm. Not understanding his words asks him to explain it more. He explains, as glory is set on catching him, and that is the way to hold and shake the inside of the glory, as he was going to become a killer in Glory Club, a determined look on his face. Evelyn argued with Elias. "What kind of bull?" she spat. "Crap, I'm sure it sounds like some." Her eyes widened, a sudden clarity cutting through her desperation. "No, wait." She realizes that Peter has become younger, and there is no one to recognize him, and if he becomes a glory killer, it's just like Peter, looking down at miniature figures on what seemed to be the palm of his colossal hand. She complimenting, "You're a scary one, aren't you?" Evelyn, seated on a couch, "It's impossible. As you know, Tio become a killer of Glory Club. You have Tio be a graduate of the Glory Orphanage." Past Peter was from Glory, but the younger on is just an outsider, so he could not become a killer of Glory. A cold smirk played on his lips. "There is one way, and that's enrolling in New Glory High School." The scene shifted to a school building, girls gathering around a figure, blushing and hitting on a figure, probably Peter. A murmur spread as a strikingly handsome young man, Kim Sungu, entered. The whispers grew, captivated by his aura. One thought, his features are more well-defined than my own future. Students gathered, drawn to his charisma. "We have to go to the auditorium." From the outside, it seemed like a normal school, but it was the school founded by the Glory Foundation. This wasn't just any institution, but the purpose of its existence is fostering killers. A man with a sniper rifle perched precariously, overlooking a struggle where another person was being subdued. As this was the only way to become killer of Glory Club and join a killer intensive class. Then, a banner unfurled across a massive gymnasium, declaring the 14th National Dance Competition. Below it, the large hall was filled with a diverse crowd of students. Evelyn had spoken. "Like I said earlier, only orphanage graduates are sent to the killer class. Do you have a way to get in, or something? Him thinking, just one. An exception. Walking towards the stage, his gaze sweeping over the assembled students. It happens very rarely. A woman with glasses and a German shepherd by her side reacted with a look of stunned disbelief. The man's next words confirmed her fears. Checking the mic before speaking. My name is Kim. Soon. GU and I transferred here today. Hobby. Fighting. Specialty. Also fighting. I am a killer. A wave of shock rippled through the audience. Faces contorted in surprise and fear. From the observation room high above the auditorium, shadowy figures watched. And so I will make them scout me. He rephrasing his sentence, changing it to a killer that is good at studying. People start talking about him watching him on the phone. Then a fat man comes bumping a girl from its place, a group of people standing in front of Peter, while he thinks, they're falling for the good bait. The fat man calling for him, asking him did he seduce her woman. Peter in his thought, he did not know what he was saying but tears streamed down a face contorted in agony. This is a good setup to gain attention. His life with a woman he loved is shown, drinking with her, watching movies with her, and having his best time with her. And today his girl was stolen by Peter. Him in anger swings his punch towards Peter. His past is told as he was someone who conquered the whole district with his fist alone. For the first time, Peter avoiding his punch, dashing to him to counterattack. The fat man sensed death. Peter his eyes focused with a punch coming for the head. Fat man regret. I'm sorry OPPA couldn't protect you, Yejin. The fist stopped at his head, his eyes still closed from fear. Peter only flicks his finger on his head, making a huge bump on his head, while other laugh at him. A sudden jarring shout sliced through the tension. A teacher came running, asking how did they fight in school, him grabbing his cheek asking about his father, who is probably dead. Still, follow me, he urged. How dare you do that to a teacher who's like a deity? A shadowy figure from behind the wall asks what to do. Another replies to find out more, while other agrees, and pointing at Peter looking at them orders to kill him. Teacher taking him holding his ear through the crowd, asking him to follow him. Why's that guy here? Could it be that he wants to get rid of this school? A young woman, her face a mask of wide-eyed shock. Now again the school building is shown, shifting to the girl from before sitting. Peter asking her, is there a vacant seat, sitting near her? She asks him why was he here. Peter explains that he fled from people following him. Yunbil, with long brown hair, held a red apple. I didn't have any appetite. You say that, but that's a lot and oh, while she simply muttered, so noisy. The image of Yunbil appears again, this time with a thoughtful, still holding the apple. Do you want to live? A man kneels before a woman in a dimly lit, ornate room. Then, showing his older Peter photo, tells her to say he did it, and this will become her lifeline. I kept my promise to you. So why did you come and find me? I didn't particularly come to find you. Are you going to kill me now? Unyielding response. Words don't get through to you. You're only eating right now because I saved you. Yunbil bristled. What do you mean? I survived on my own. You don't know anything. What kind of place this is? How scary this place is. Do you think an outsider like you can do something? His serious gaze held a profound weight. You can help me, he'd urged him in the bustling outdoor cafeteria. You're on the same boat as me, someone who doesn't know anything. I'm counting on you. Yunbil, correcting himself, no, Li Yuna, her real name. She in shock watches him back, but to her surprise he was already gone from there. The scene now shifting to athletic competition. A person close to Bolt, with 400-meter sprint record holder, was beaten easily by the new student, who is Peter easily. After raceman start crying in corner, while a shadowy figure watches Peter. Another test was his eye test. Easily reading all the numbers. An eye patch covering one eye. Around him, astonished students exclaimed he could see even 6.0. Oh, same shadowy figure lurked in the background, adorned with extravagantly cut, vibrant red and white fruit slices. Everyone, what we're going to learn today is how Tio cut fruits extravagantly, everyone telling him to be careful before using a knife. Now he holds the knife, seeing its sharpness, made a huge rabbit out of apple. Everyone remained astonished, while the same shadowy figure watches him. Scenes shits with 3 students bullying the teacher. I don't want to clean, so what are you going to do? Overpowering him by number, they all insults him, showing his image on phone asks. What does your dad do? Faking outrage. Do you want to get your teaching license suspended? "Why, you rascals," he roared, pointing a trembling finger, "for violating my authority as a teacher." A mocking voice from the back cut him off. "Teacher authority, my ass," throwing him back on the ground. Moments later, he was cowering on the floor, surrounded by the triumphant trio. The student with the phone grinned. "Let's upload what we recorded on TikTok. The views will be sweet." Just then, a figure appeared. A new transfer student, dressed in a sharp suit, carrying a blue trash bin. Immediately asked, "Did you hit the teacher? Even if I did hit him, what are you gonna do?" The young man with the green shirt, "If you don't move," spits on his clothes, and laughing at his own actions, Peter glares him back, while they threaten him to go from there, or "Just die quietly," he bellowed, his fist a blur of unstoppable force. Peter dodging his attack to his side, while he still tries to hit him. As the man friends laugh at him for not even hitting Peter once, the man thinks why he cannot hit him, as Peter watches his every move coming his way. Now finally Peter holds him, and with a low kick, the man falls on the ground. Another figure comes from behind. "Eat this brick, son of a gun!" A brutal, final killing stalking blow crossed the man's face, breaking the brick with a single punch, left the man in utter shock. Then came the moment of reckoning, a scene steeped in bitter regret, faces etched with apology. Surrendering to the power, which is Peter, all of them respects him. "Are you okay, teacher?" Sangwoo asked. Teacher replied. For a student to fight again in front of a teacher. Peter stooped to pick up a dropped phone. "It seems they left their phone." "Why, you rascal? Are you pretending like you didn't hear me?" Teacher asking him. Now teacher lunged at Peter from behind to attack him. "As expected," he replied, with a smile on his lips. Added his eye for people is accurate. Peter, not understanding, asks, "What does that mean?" As teacher says he is not normal, and as evidence, "Look at my cup. You didn't spill a single drop while fighting." Asking him, watching the cup, where did he learn it? Correcting himself. "Why did you learn it?" he questioned. The air thickened with a sinister intent. A low, guttural voice resonated. "I want to." The close-up revealed a face contorted with rage. "I want to get revenge," while in his mind, "Against you glories who stole my life." He added, "My house, my family, my money. I lost everything I accumulated." Teacher finally asks, "Do you have any thoughts of joining the volunteering club?" Peter smiling, thinking, "I've been waiting for him to come." Remembers past memories, from grabbing his cheek to the shadowy figure, who was always keeping his eyes on him, as he already knew who teacher was, glory killer instructor. Teacher taking him to the main classroom through the hallway, telling him about killer stuff. Peter now opens a door, where glory killers are fostered, was left in shock to see what is inside, asks himself, "Is this really place of killers?" While he watches normal-looking students enjoying their time. Teacher grabbing the attention of all tells about Peter to everyone. While the woman gets shocked to see him there, Peter looks at her, while she in her mind keeps talking to herself, and Peter winks at her, leaving her in tension, as to why he did that to her. Is he going to kill her? A polite smile plastered on his face. He introduces himself and says, "Thanks for the warm welcome." "Warm welcome, my ass." Two hulking figures came from behind. They don't understand why a person who is not from orphanage is here, but Peter was from orphanage in first gen at that. Teacher stepped forward. "Let's just do a simple welcoming party. Then, a young woman and man. Then we should have some punch," they stated. A group of figures emerged from the shadows. Each clutched a glinting knife. Their expressions a chilling mixture of anticipation and malice said, "Blood punch." The two figures coming forward in anger tells them they should be then one welcoming him. The woman tries to stop them from fighting him, as she thinks they might end up dead. They don't listen to her, instead warms her to side or get beaten alongside him. They stand in front of Peter asking can he fight. His expression spoke of countless battles fought and won. "Yeah, a bit," he answered, "about 1,500 times," thinking in his mind, "You better be nervous." As they both with knife in their hands, dashes at him, telling this will be his last fight, Peter easily blocking their attack, while staying in single place. One person tells him that people like him don't knows what they risk their life for, while other states that, to become the bet killer just like him, Peter thinking who. They tell him it's disciple Pietro. "There's no place here for a nepotism baby like you," his arms still locked across the new transfer student's face. Peter getting back from their grips, wiping his hand on his back. "Ha! I'm getting tired of this." It's really annoying listening to you two split up a dialogue. So just come at me together. The two men now rage. You're out of your damn mind. Charged simultaneously. You have no idea how much weight our 18 years of living possesses. His face contorted in a mask of confusion. I've lived for 65 years, thinks in mind. Now future after the fight is shown, the two men sweating like crazy, while other praise them. They added that the new kid could not even do anything and got afraid and left. The school hallway is shown as the night settles. Peter wailing there silently, a voice from behind calls for him. The girl confronts him asking, why is he underestimating volunteer club? Peter denying her words. She tells him, she watched him fight and not even once. A scene of two men fighting Peter, kicking from above and below. She asks did he put any strength into his fist. Peter defending, I always do my best. You're lying. I have proof. Pointing to the two men, unlike them. You're not even sweating. Peter standing fine. She slams her hand on the wall cornering Peter. What was the reason? It's already suspicious that you're in this school. What is it that you want to earn by hiding your powers? He offered a hesitant, well, standing awkwardly, sliding down from her grasp, before abruptly declaring, sorry, but it's time for lunch. A solitary figure stood at a dimly lit bus station. I'll be back, he hummed. When the sun's back out, he grinned. $1,000,001 just for renting the bus. I got real lucky today, he hopped with glee. A flicker of confusion clouding his features. I'm sure I took a group appointment today. He glanced up as a sleek, business-suited man approached. Why is it just one person? What about the others? It's just me. A moment later, the man with the glasses. I have a lot of stuff, gesturing to a row of identical blue suitcases. Driver loading the suitcases, cursing his luck, suddenly feels something, which catches his attention. The suited man's gaze intensified, leaning in close. Do you want to bet on something? Try to guess what's in the suitcases. From the driver's seat of a moving bus, a man's face appeared on a small mirror, his expression grim. I didn't accept the bet. While the man sits watching him and smiling, he knew with a certainty that chilled him to the bone. But, I know I saw what I saw. It was definitely moving. Suddenly, here, attention. There's a new quest. His gaze swept over a silent assembly of young people. The team who'll be able to succeed will receive a volunteer certificate. Peter and woman standing side by side. You'll become a killer. Students ask the teacher about the quest, which was about recapturing, briefing them about the quest, telling the frequent kidnapping of teenagers, and one of them is chairman only son. One question from behind asking, why the person won't call the cops on them. Answering her, a shrouded figure's existence was confirmed, while the determined, furious face of a man burning with rage declared, Chairman Choi wants revenge. All we need to do is save the sun. Then the directive came, raise your hand if you want to do this. The room filled with murmurs. A sense of unease rippled through the group. I don't have a good feeling about this. Meanwhile, a young man with short gray hair recoiled as a sandal was suddenly pressed against the side of his head. You guys can rot here for all I care. Two muscular men discussed the situation, one raising his hand confidently. There's no one other than us who do it. I don't think we're the only ones. The other agreed. I saw it too. Then, the young man and woman from earlier both raised their hands enthusiastically. Looks like Nepo Baby and Loser are coming along too. Why are you copying me? I had it raised from the beginning. The girl's threat was swift. If you're lying, I'm gonna cut off your hand. To which the boy pleaded, don't say such scary things. We're already prepared, someone stated, while another asked, do we just go beat them up? Teacher denying telling them to first. Play as much as you want, Peter confident eyes, thinking that he finally got a chance. But a voice echoed over an image of amusement park, two young people enjoying themselves. The shocking truth followed, we're recovering a kidnapped P in an amusement park.